As you can see, this wasn't your typical dig, but when you dig in Muskoka, I guess this is what you can kind of expect. We rented an 18-inch auger to help us dig down 4 feet and ended up hand digging about 85% of the time. After we removed all the stones and rocks, some of the holes ended up being about 20 to 24 inches in diameter. We then filled the holes with concrete, creating a footing roughly 20 by 20 by 8 inches thick, and set the center of our 12-inch sonotube in line with our string line. It's important to note that your string line should be perfectly parallel with the foundation wall. While backfilling, we were constantly checking for level and plumb on the sonotubes. Next, we threw a piece of rebar into the wet concrete footing. The rebar will help maintain a permanent structural connection between the footing and the pier once the concrete has been poured. Without the rebar in place, the connection between the concrete footing and pier will most likely crack and separate and become unstable over time. After the concrete has cured overnight, we pre-drill each pier with our 1/4 inch bit to help maintain our center marks. Then we use our 3/4 inch bit to drill the final hole. Once this is finished, we inject each hole with Hilti epoxy and set our 6x6 Simpson strong tie carport saddles. If you look close enough, we mounted our green laser level 9 1/4 inches below the ledger board. This will then shoot the laser to the back of the post, showing us exactly where the bottom of the double 2x10 beam will sit. From here, we can transfer those lines all the way down to ensure a perfectly level beam and proceed to notch the post out as shown. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to film us installing the ledger board or making the beams, so I'll try and explain the process. First, we removed the existing aluminum siding from the house, then we installed a waterproofing membrane called Resisto Red Zone. We made sure to slide a minimum of 2 inches of red zone under the existing aluminum siding so that the siding was overlapping the red zone. This will ensure a watertight seal. Then we mounted the ledger board to the house with Fasten Master ledger locks and making sure a positive connection to the existing rim board. For the beams, we used two 2x10s, shooting 4 3 1/4 inch nails every 16 inches along the length of the beam. Flipped it over and repeated on the other side. For the final connection between the 6x6 post and the beam, we used Fasten Master 7-inch through locks. Now we are going down the length of the beam, pre-marking our 16-inch centers for the joists. We did this on the ledger board prior to installing it. Lastly, all exposed cuts were then sealed using MicroPro Sienna cut and seal.
architects.
For the most part, if your joists are installed at 16 inches on center, blocking is cut at 14 3/8. This deck is 12 feet off the house, so I divided that by 3, which will give me 2 rows at approximately 4 feet. I chalk a line from end to end and alternate the blocking on either side of the chalk line.